I have been Executive Director of Bharat Petroleum. Thereafter, I have been Managing Director and CEO of Petronet India. Thereafter, I was invited by IIT Kharagpur to teach management, business management. And thereafter, just for last 2 years, I have been Senior Professor and Chair of Big Data Analytics. Many of you might not have heard also about Big Data. This is the first type of program that I launched in Goa Institute of Management, equally one of the premier business schools in India. This is the face of the urban Naxal. Okay? I don't have time for this kind of nonsense. Right? I have been activist right from my student days. I was student leader in the engineering college. I have been student leader in my school, and thereafter when I came to practice, I have been actually in a democratic rights movement. Now, I have been associated in that capacity with many organizations. I am General Secretary after Sebastian's death. You know P.A. Sebastian here? After Sebastian's death, I have been General Secretary of Committee for Protection of Democratic Rights. Two of my organization members, first Shomas Sen and Arun Ferreira, have been arrested. I have been associated with many other organizations, like I am a Presidium member of All India Forum for Right to Education. Okay? So this is what is my background. It would be interesting that such kind of persons could be urban Naxals. Yesterday, I was shocked. Luckily I came on office tour to Bombay. Probably otherwise I would not have been talking before you. Probably they could have arrested me right there. My wife had already come and I had come on tour earlier and previous night. So I get a call from director that the Pune police have come and raided the campus and sort of looking for you. Look at how this happens. You know, that is very nice narrative. 3 vans of police get crashed and seized the telephones of security staff. One of the fellows picked him up, they terrorized him and took to the next gate where Ananta Prude stays. And they forced him to get the thing because house is locked. So they forced him to get the key and open the door. One of my colleagues, senior professors, they stay in the same building, so they happen to be around and said they argued saying that they are not there. At least you wait until director comes and they take a permission. You couldn't be opening that. They were also threatened, and the house was opened. Then that was shocking enough. When I came to know, by the time I had a meeting, and by 1 o'clock or so, I came to know, and by that time I think everything was being revealed on the TV. So my wife was terrified. She phones me up and says that our house is opened up and we must go. In a shock, they booked a ticket. I said, no, don't get panicked and let me consult my lawyer friends, etc. And then we decided that okay, that you go and my ticket is cancelled. And that's why I'm here. Now she went back because these people could be up to any mischief. They opened the house and they could plant anything out there. Luckily, she had gone there and searched the house. Luckily, it appears that not much had been touched. So that is a story. These people have been cooking the things and let you, I think you must understand that it's not a question of few fellows being arrested, few fellows being targeted, few fellows being incarcerated, etc. It could happen to anyone. It is a terrorizing thing that actually state has now come up targeting anyone that they want. It is logical that they can pick up any person and they can do anything. All unlawful, I do not know law, it is not my business. But it is all these unlawful kinds of laws are there to incarcerate people. The process itself becomes a punishment. Now for me, imagine my situation with this kind of background. what my students who are actually learning business management, they are going to be the corporate leaders, what they might be thinking. Do they understand this all? So this is the kind of thing, the kind of reputation we earned entire life. This is getting demolished just like that, and these people think that is a joke. So this is what is actually this is a very terrifying situation. When you compare with emergency and all, it's not a question of emergency. It's an undeclared kind of emergency, but becomes worse than that. Emergency, all said and done, was legal. It was constitutional. We can criticize ad infinitum, but it was still a constitutional thing. Whatever they manipulated, but the kind of things that this regime is doing is horrific. I have been in my activist role, and I am an intellectual. I wear many caps, and I have been writing very critical of not only this government for last 3 decades. I have published 26 books. I have written literally thousands of articles, and everything that I write is actually gets translated in most Indian languages. So I always actually been critical. As for Bhima Koregaon, I had written an article criticizing this kind of episode, and many of you know that because it created a furor. I incurred wrath of Dalits. They abused me and all, but I still stood my steed because I felt so. That is what is correct, and I felt so. About communists, I do subscribe and I do believe in Marxist theories, but that does not make me Marxist. Okay? Rather, I have openly said that I am against any labor of this kind. I have got a theory about it. I am not a superior person to rhetorically talk. Whatever I write, it is with a reference and with substantiation. So these kinds of things are happening to us. So I don't have to lengthen anything. I just say that this is a bizarre case beyond bizarre. We used to hear about something like Gulag and all, and this actually India has become much worse than Gulag. And people should actually be mindful that this could happen to anyone. Thank you so much.
Before we open up, I just wanted to say one thing. Please understand the significance of what the Supreme Court has done today. This is not a case filed in the Supreme Court by the persons who are arrested. This is a case filed by 5 neutral persons who have filed this case. Okay? This is an unprecedented thing. That the Supreme, this is not a rap on the knuckle of the government. This is a slap on the face. Please understand that. And yes, it is only for the time being. Yes, this is not the final order. Yes, these people will not be out on the street. But this is a big first step towards an ultimate victory, which we hope to achieve. That is what I want to say. Please understand the significance of this.
Hello. Before we open up for questions, I just want to add, we are going to be circulating the joint statement of all the organizations which has been prepared in writing.